of my projects at the tribe was building our tribal school, and but that took, gosh, 6 years to build. I mean, to get the funding was a process, and Rudy helped me with that as well. I mean, he helped me do things in D.C. that I could never do by myself, but he helped me get in and educate the leaders about how important education was and how important schools are. So we got the funding, and it was a $27 million grant that we got, and we weren't even on the list. You know, so we got magically put on the list by Vice President Al Gore. So I walked into his office, and I had a whole bunch of letters that we had the kids write. And I put them on his desk, and he opened them up and started reading them, and they picked up the phone and called Bruce Babbitt, and next thing I know, we were on the list. So, you know, we're very thankful for Al and Gore and what they did to help the Lummi get their school. So I think, you know, one of the things that we need to think about when it comes to education and educating our young people and encourage them to get their degrees and get their education, you know, it's really important that we you know, put things with them that they hold on to their history. And that's the part that I think that tends to get overlooked in the system. Where you look at our school, what the kids are learning in school, they're not learning our history. They're not learning the things, the sacrifices that Indian people have made. And they kind of forget that. And it shows in the education when they come out of school. So what happens is that, you know, the values that we put on them while they're in school, they come out different when they come to the reservation. They have different values. You know, so the values are more their education, and it's that certificate that sits on the wall, and it's that certificate that tells me, you know, I can do things. But when it comes to your own people, they kind of lose that balance. And they need to understand that, you know, the education is not everything. It's really who you are and what you want to do for your tribe and what you want to do for your family. You know, so it's the important part is know where you come from and know your history. You know, because it's something that a lot of the educated folks kind of forget. And it's really been one of those things where you see educated Lummis come home that never lived on a reservation before. It's really hard for them. And it's really hard for them if they never grew up on the reservation and understand reservation life. It's something that they have to either accept or not accept. You know, because a lot of the folks, they either survive or not survive out there on the res. So if you can't take it, then you're really, you're not. It's not for you. I grew up on the reservation with no water, no electricity. So it was something that I still appreciate today. But back in those days, it didn't. It was normal, you know, to go to the watering hole and get your water and go home. You know, but that was how it was. But today it's a little bit, you know, taken for granted, I think. You know, my grandmother would say, you know, we didn't know we were poor until we got the first money from the government. Then they told us we were poor. You know, so that's something that really woke me up a little bit because, you know, we didn't know we were poor.